Hi everyone. A little bit of background. We've been with Virtual Academy, but then my child has speech delay and occupational therapy and everything like that. So with all the extra stuff we have to do, the homework time takes long. And then another thing I saw was that our children start to be independent in their learning. They can understand things through a video, and then they just need the extra practice, like the drill, which Virtual Academy, it's not enough for me to know if they've mastered. It's just, so that's where I saw certain learning gaps come in, where we just need to finish the work and then move on, instead of me feeling like my kid can explain things to me. So then, because of all of those observations, I wanted to find an online curriculum that works. We explored going back to a traditional school, and when I went to the open house, I felt there's a lot of waiting around, and I feel it's not a good use of my children's time. I would prefer them to be very focused and get instant feedback through an online curriculum. One of our friends have been in Cabrillo Point Academy for a while, so we looked into it, and now I'm very excited about starting, and I wanted to just show you what we're planning to do with our kids with the Cabrillo system. So right here you can see that Cabrillo Point, this is their hub, and then you can create orders from it. And I went through a lot of their orientation, then I got really excited. They have a lot of programs. One caveat is that we don't know how the AB 84 bill will affect funding next year. I talked to the HST. She said that they might have to close down. We don't know yet, but we're willing to give it a try this year and see where it leads us next year. So after you sign up, if you live in the OC, it's automatic enrollment, but they did tell me that there are people on the wait list. I don't know if those people are in the OC or not, but that's what I heard. Then after you sign up, now the time comes for school to start, then you sign a master agreement, and then after that you have an initial phone call with the HST, which is your guide, your counselor to the school system. She makes sure that you have your work samples and everything ready, and testing and everything like that is needed for her to make sure that your children are on the right path and meeting state standards. Then after that, you can choose your curriculum that you can choose. You can have live classes with their school teacher, which is similar to what Virtual Academy did before. I would choose this Explore On course, where they provide weekly lesson plan for you, and they have right here the schedule and cost. They have it, so you choose a session and a grade. So they have math and ELA on Tuesday and Thursday, and then it's back to back. Then on Wednesday, then they have science and history. And so that is the in-person or like virtual pretty much alternative. And this amount is per semester, so you can see, like, you can fulfill all the requirements with just about $325 per semester, and they give you a fund of $2,100, which I will continue, or I'll explain a little bit more later. So then if you just go with this is pretty much an alternative to Virtual Academy. You can use your Monday and your Friday for catch up or enrichment. So that, if I were to choose, I would have chosen that if I want a Virtual Academy alternative. They also have all of these stuff that you can look into. Then otherwise you can have other curriculums, like these curriculum you choose, and then if you have your own, you can ask your homeschool representative to see if your curriculum will work. There's also classical education. My friend is using Charlotte Mason and things like that. They even have stuff like, what I like is a critical thinking company, and they have that too, what I'm gonna choose for this year, because I want the online curriculum, is I'm gonna choose Mia Academy, and that costs $460 per year through their ordering system. So $460 per year, and then that can be deducted from your fund. And this has all the 4 subjects, and the HST told me to adjust the grade level a little bit to fulfill the I can statement. So we'll be going with this option. We won't be going with this option. So then that's a little bit about the curriculum. You can find your own curriculum that you like. I want out of the box stuff, and I want it to be fully online so that they can get instant feedback. They watch a video, they make sure that they understand what is presented in that video, because my children tried out the online curriculum with Khan Academy with my children, and my son, he's going to 2nd grade. He was able to complete the 2nd grade math and learn a lot just over the summer. And so I really believe that they would have more efficient time, and they would be able to learn a lot more by themselves now through an online course. And then I do help them when they're stuck, but the time that I have to spend helping them is not a lot at all. So then I wanted to show you the system is called CPA Homeschool Hub. So this is where you order all of your stuff. Some stuff are ordered by the teacher. Oh, you have IXL for free. It comes. And so you would go and do an order request, and then you can see this year we have 2100, and so we order the curriculum. We order Alex. I wanted to try Alex. I wanted to try Mia Academy for it's $552 including tax, and so this is for the whole year though. And so next semester I won't have to pay this again. And then this $850 is because we are gonna enroll them in robotics and engineering, and they're 7 and 9. So we're gonna enroll them in those 2 classes at this place called Homeschool Campus, and it's like an enrichment class. So then the classes here are usually like 400 for a semester, and so that's what we're gonna fill our Fridays with. So this is our main, so you can see if you were to go with the virtual academy alternative, you would have a teacher teaching you, and then you would have homework, or the teacher would give you lesson plan for the week, and then you would complete it, and you have a live virtual class and stuff like that, and that came out to like 350 or something like that. And so you would pay that out of pocket here, and then you would then have about 1,000 something left for enrichment. So then let's say I want to create an order for my child, then I can do a service. And so there are right here, I think Cal Elite, they are a service with, they are accepted here. So then you would do that, and they have builder STEM. So these are all enrichment centers that they can do. They can order products. So I do Mia Academy for their curriculum, and then so you would order that. So the actual lesson does not take all of the money. You can use the other money for enrichment to make learning fun, and your children are more willing to do their work when they know that learning is fun for them. And so that is a hub. So then I wanted to go into this homeschool campus. This is near us, and so we have online classes too. We're thinking of doing creative writing because I really want her to be able to write well, and speech, and this one will help them get in front of your peer and speak about it too. So I'm thinking of this one, and enroll details. You can see that this is a course, and you through a charter, it will be $310. Oh yeah, and there's a vendor approval form. So for example, I want a vendor. After you sign the master agreement, I can suggest a vendor that I want to work with that have the enrichment I want, and then Cabrillo will then look at their website and contact them to see if they're within the guidelines for a vendor, and then if good, then they would be an approved vendor on here. Then you can then order the product or the service through the vendor, and you have to wait until they send you an approval before you sign up with the vendor, and then it will be paid, otherwise it won't be paid for. So then this one is Homeschool Campus. It's an enrichment program. There's also a lot of classes online, and then they have spaces, they have locations at Capel Beach, Fountain Valley, or Riverside. So I'm going to choose a Capel Beach one. Capel Beach is only on Friday. Fountain Valley have core classes, Monday, Wednesday classes. Capel Beach is Friday class. And then you can search, and then and I sign my kids for robotics, and I sign my kids for engineering. And so that is Friday. So I'm gonna scroll through it so that you can see what kind of classes they have for enrichment. There's other enrichment center beside Homeschool Campus. Homeschool Campus is just what I choose. Like, I found another one called Homeschool Enrichment Center. I'm not sure which one is close to me, but maybe the Lakeside one. I'm not sure. But on this Homeschool Enrichment Center, they have way more classes. You can see they have like sign language, math. This is at the Lakeside schedule. Woodworking. So it's pretty much they can be like college student at elementary. That's what I see this as. And then if you see your kid have a particular like interest, you can develop it. And not all kids are the same. Some kids just aren't going to be scientists when they grow up. They're more into the art. So you don't have to force them into a mold. They can learn the foundation and be grounded in the foundation, but then they can pursue interest, and they know that it's part of their learning experience. And another one is Brain Builder. You saw that in the hub. They are one of the services. So you can see like they have, especially at their testing place, they have like 3D printing, which I'm very interested in having my kids be in. They have ELA and math classes that are core classes. So if you go to their testing, maybe you can even like have all of your courses here, things like that. I hope this will give you some idea and show you why this like switching to Cabrillo was so inspiring and exciting for us, and we can't wait to start. We can't wait to see how our children will respond to this program. It's a balance between school and social and enrichment, and I think it will enrich our life a lot.